As the hot summer days are near, it is a reminder that hurricane season is around the corner. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. Hurricane Preparedness Week is here. May 25th through May 31st is a time to prepare. By knowing plan of action, steps to take, and readiness, you can reduce the detrimental effects of a hurricane. As for this 2014 hurricane season, meteorologists at the National Weather Service declare this season as a below normal average. This is good news to the ears, but Tim Spees, meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Brownsville, wants you to know this does not mean we're out of harm's way.
If a strong El Nino forms in the Pacific, we generally usually have a lower than average season expected. If a strong El Nino develops, that will oftentimes result in a shift in the upper level wind patterns over the Atlantic that will tend to suppress hurricane formation no matter how warm the water temperatures are. We have to remind people, even if there is an El Nino event and we have a below average season, it only takes one storm to hit the Gulf Coast or to hit the Atlantic coast.
Mr. Spees strongly advises those in a hurricane zone to start preparing now. Now is the time to start gathering necessary materials and supplies.
Normally, people will end up buying plywood, half-inch plywood to board up their windows and doors, generators, the correct type of generator, right style, and the right size. The size of the generator is important because on the 5,000 watt generator you could power up a refrigerator and maybe a small AC. We also have larger generators ranging anywhere from 14,000 watts to 20,000 and higher, and those will actually power up your whole house, and they'll be able to power up your central air, your water heater, refrigerators, and any lights you might need to have. And those are a little bit more expensive, but they're great for when you have a person with special needs in there, older person that has respiratory problems that can't be in hot areas. And we also offer a class this year on May 31st from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And they'll be able to give you any additional information on hurricane preparedness there.
Other supplies not mentioned were batteries, flashlights, supply of water, safes, screws and nails, and screwdrivers. Cameron County Emergency Management Director explains concerns with most households not being prepared with the survival kit.
The number one fact is that almost nobody has a survival kit ready. Almost nobody has an evacuation plan. So, and that's why the presentations that we do and the outreach that we do, that's why it's very vital, because it brings it back to people's heads and makes it important again and makes it something to talk about. A lot of people have the mindset of, why am I going to spend money on preparing my family? Why am I going to spend money on building this go kit if like last year and the year before nothing happened? So it's a hard product to sell. Being prepared is a hard product to sell, but it's something that every family needs. We can all be affected by the damages and the winds that these hurricanes bring. You know, the hurricane doesn't stop at the city limits and say, I'm not going to go in there, I'm just going to affect the county, or vice versa. It doesn't discriminate.
There are various steps that families need to assess in preparing for the storm. Some steps include preparing for household pets, storing important documents in a safe, and bringing in anything outside that can be tossed by the wind. As there are steps before a storm, the National Weather Service has provided steps during a storm. When in a warning zone, closely monitor radio, TV, or NOAA weather radio. Turn refrigerator to maximum cold and keep closed. Turn off propane tanks, and turn off all utilities if told by authorities. The National Weather Service also advises from keeping distance from windows and take refuge in a small interior room. After the storm has passed, families should wait until an area is declared safe before entering. Check homes for gas, water, and electrical lines and appliances for any change. Despite not expecting a very active hurricane season, there is always a window of opportunity for one to slip in and wreak havoc. Although the valley has not experienced harsh hurricane activity since Dolly in 2008, the need for awareness and readiness is a need every season. Prepare now and stay safe later. Reporting for the Valley Morning Star, I'm Gabby Cavazos.